Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our pals at the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. Today's rundown is dedicated to Chiki Chifaivo. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. He says I'm the best. You are the best to Chiki Chifaivo. Here's your rundown. A year later, the makers of No Man's Sky are still working to make the game better. Developer Hello Games has announced that the latest expansion for No Man's Sky will launch this week on the PC and PS4. It's officially known as Update 1.3 Atlas Rises and promises to improve the central story and also give players a new gameplay feature, Portals, which will allow them to fast travel between two different locations. This update, along with a recent Foundation update and Pathfinder update, are designed to fill the game with more content and give players more to do, which is a direct response to the criticism that the game has received. When No Man's Sky first launched a year ago, it was met with a huge backlash from players and critics who claimed that it didn't have nearly as many features as promised, and despite the fact that it had a huge procedurally generated universe, there just wasn't enough to do once you were there. Hello Games has been working to address these criticisms ever since, and founder Sean Murray says that they've been listening intently to what the community wants. Hopefully this latest update will help them win back players. The studio also promises that this is just the beginning, so expect to see the game fleshed out with more new content in the not-too-distant future.
Thermal protection falling.
It's official, the new Blade Runner will burn just as brightly and just as violently as the old one. The new film Blade Runner 2049 has been given an R rating by the MPAA and not a toned-down PG-13 rating as some had feared. The MPAA gave the film an R due to violence, some sexuality, nudity, and language, which sounds pretty close to the original film, which was also rated R. This indicates that the new movie will be just as adult-oriented as it should be. There were fears that distributor Warner Brothers might try to cut out some of the violence and nudity in order to get a PG-13 rating, which most studios prefer because it allows a film to be seen by a wider audience, which usually translates to more box office revenue. As the blockbuster success of Deadpool showed last year, R-rated movies can still be just as profitable as others, especially if the tone is appropriate for its source material and target audience. Blade Runner 2049 is directed by Canadian filmmaker Denis Villeneuve, who last helmed Sicario and Arrival, and sees Harrison Ford return to the role of Rick Deckard alongside Ryan Gosling as a new Blade Runner. Just because it has an R rating doesn't necessarily mean it will be good, so we'll have to find out for sure when it hits theaters on October 6th.
I would much prefer that to the alternative.
Netflix is working on something new with two of the best filmmakers in the world. The streaming giant is joining forces with Oscar winners Joel and Ethan Coen for an original series called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Like their movie, True Grit, the new show will be a Western, and each episode will focus on a different group of characters in the American frontier. The Coen Brothers wrote the show and also plan to direct each episode, and this is a big win for Netflix because it's the Coens' first real time working on a television show. Although the FX series Fargo is based on their film and the pair are credited as executive producers, they don't write the show and aren't as involved in the day-to-day process. You'll be able to binge watch The Ballad of Buster Scruggs next year. Returning to Fargo, there's a chance the show might not be back for a fourth season. Speaking at the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour, FX chief John Landgraf revealed that they haven't spoken with showrunner Noah Hawley about what the next season might be about, and there's a chance it may never happen at all. Landgraf says they don't want to make a new season unless Hawley has a good story idea, so we'll have to wait and see if they can come up with anything good. That might take a while. Noah Hawley is currently busy with several other projects, including another FX show, Legion, and he's also developing a big screen movie based on the Fantastic Four villain Doctor Doom. There's no release window yet for that, so Fargo fans might have to wait a long time before they get another season. The current third season of the show wrapped up back in June. It's looking more and more likely that gaming will be an Olympic sport, and sooner than you might think. With the rise of esports, there have been rumblings over the last few years that gaming might become an official Olympic sport in the near future. Now it's taken a big step closer to becoming a reality. Speaking with the Associated Press, Tony Estanguet, co-president of the Paris Olympic Committee, revealed that he hopes to include gaming as an official sport in the Paris Olympic Games in 2024. He says that esports are just too popular with young people to ignore them any longer, and that makes him the most high-profile member of the Olympic Games to back the idea. The Paris organizers will still need to convince the Olympic Committee, though, and there are still many unanswered questions. What games might be played? How will the tournaments be held? And how many teams will there be? Esports is already set to be an official medal event at the 2022 Asian Games in China, so the Olympic Committee will no doubt be paying close attention to how that's organized and how it plays out. We'll let you know what happens next. Paris hasn't officially been confirmed as the host of the 2024 Olympics, although they're running unopposed and will almost certainly be confirmed at a special event next month. And if games are going to be an official Olympic sport, the world is going to need more people to make those games. Ubisoft has announced that they're opening up a new game development studio in Stockholm, Sweden. This will make it their second studio in the country after the Division developer Massive Entertainment, which is based in the city of Malmö, Sweden. The new studio in Stockholm will assist other Ubisoft subsidiaries on development of future projects, most notably the new Avatar game, which is based on the upcoming film due to hit theaters in the year 2020. Other big studios in Stockholm include Payday developer Starbreeze Studios, Just Cause developer Avalanche Studios, and EA's DICE, which makes the Battlefield and Battlefront games. Patrick Bach, former studio manager of DICE, is heading the new Ubisoft studio. We can't wait to see what they can do.
In the game industry, we still have steps to do to be mass market.
Thank you so much for watching. That's our rundown for today. If you want to learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new rundown from the Call of Duty World Championships in Orlando, Florida. See you then, and in the meantime, check out some of the other content that we've got, and if you dig it, hit subscribe, all right?